Hi YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we're making the traditional Gozleme, a super thin dough-based pastry filled with a topping of your choice. We're making the meat and spinach versions today, and I've captured my mum's recipe step by step just for you. If you love Gozleme as much as I do, make sure you keep watching to learn how to make this super yummy pastry from scratch right at home. And if you're enjoying these recipes, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you get notified every time I post a new video. Now let's go get started on making our Gozleme. So here we've got our pan on a high heat with about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Once the oil is hot, we can go ahead and add in 3 onions diced. Add around 2 teaspoons of salt to release the liquid from the onions. And once the liquid has evaporated and the onions are slightly golden, we can go ahead and add in 1 kilogram of lean beef mince. Now let's break up our mince as much as possible, and to this we can add 1 teaspoon of black pepper and 1 teaspoon of dried chili flakes. Now to make the spinach filling, the recipe is the exact same, but we're going to swap meat with a couple handfuls of fresh spinach and only use 2 onions instead of 3. Mix this through until the liquid from the meat has fully evaporated and it becomes self-frying. Give it a taste to make sure the seasonings are as you like. When it's ready, it should look something like this, and now we can set this aside to cool and move on to making our dough. Here we've got 1 kilogram of plain flour which we're adding to the mixer. We're making a lot of Gozleme today because we like to have some extras frozen and ready to heat up as a quick snack or breakfast. If you want to make less, go ahead and halve the recipe. Now to this we're going to add 2 teaspoons of salt and half a teaspoon of dried yeast powder. We're going to mix this all through until the dry ingredients are fully combined, and then we can go ahead and add in 3 cups of lukewarm water to bring everything together and activate our yeast. Allow it to mix until the dough forms and the edges of the bowl are clean. Now that our dough is fully combined, let's go ahead and flour our bench and give this a quick knead, then we can cover it to rest for about 30 minutes to 1 hour. So after about 30 minutes, you can start rolling out your dough. We're going to make our dough super long and thin and then cut the dough into about 2 centimeter pieces. Each piece will be 1 Gozleme. What's your favorite Gozleme filling? Meat, cheese or spinach? Mine is definitely the meat version. Comment below and let me know. Now we can roll each cut piece into a nice ball like this. You don't have to do this step, but it makes it easier to roll out and flatten into a circle shape. Once we've got each piece into a nice ball, we can go ahead and start flattening them to make our Gozleme. Now when rolling, you want to make sure that you get each piece super thin. That's what makes Gozleme yummy and easy to cook in a pan. If it's too thick, it may not cook fully all the way through. Now once you've flattened all of your dough pieces, you can go ahead and start adding your fillings. Try not to overfill these, less is more when it comes to Gozleme. Also, feel free to get creative with your fillings. You can try various cheeses or even a sweet apple pie filling. Now let's get these straight into the pan. Here we've got an oiled pan on medium-high heat, and we're going to keep flipping these and adding oil as needed until each side of the pastry is evenly cooked and golden. Now when you're flipping, you want to make sure that each side or each area of the pastry gets a bit of oil and gets cooked. There you go guys, that's how you make traditional Gozleme at home. These are just so delicious, fresh from the pan. Enjoy with a squeeze of fresh lemon and a side of Turkish tea. I hope you enjoyed today's Middle Eastern recipe. Take care guys, and happy cooking.